What's up, y'all? It's your girl Stacy the Intuitive. Welcome back to my channel. So I hope this lighting is okay. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are in the comments. Usually I try to film during daylight, but it's darker. But I had a message that I wanted to share with you guys that came in for me today, and I thought it would be very, very important, right? So this morning, I was just in the car doing my daily talk to God and stuff like that. And I had this really profound realization as it relates to the way that we navigate through the world and the way that we try to manifest and pray and things like that. And I realized that we really lost, that I at least, and that I think society, especially as it relates to, you know, the modern age and just like the things that we are pushing into people. And I totally support evolution of thought as it relates to our connection to God and things like that. So don't expect this to be one of those channels talking about the new ages, blah, blah, blah. No, I totally support evolution. Evolution is a natural human process. And if we are ever to gain a true understanding of God, it will be through the evolution process, through the expansion of consciousness, not sticking to old ideals. Just wanted to preface that. But something that came to mind for me as I was talking to God, and kind of just like harping on my attitudes towards the things that I want, towards the things that I'm trying to call in, towards things that I'm praying for. I found that, like wanting these things and trying to call things in from a certain energy was not making me feel good. But what I truly was seeking through the wanting of these things was the acknowledgement that I had the capability to allow divine God source energy to flow to and through me, right? When we're, hoping for the realities that we're hoping for, when we are praying for certain things to show up in our life, typically what we're wanting is to just be in alignment with the flow. It's not just like, oh, I just want to get a car. We want things to consecutively go well for us. We want to feel like we're like in this state of blessedness, like we're in a state of connectedness with God. And that is the most important aspect when you are going to God for things, when you're praying to God for things, when you are building a relationship with God. Honestly, one of the biggest things that we can do is ask God to allow us the knowledge, the wisdom, the information so that we may become attuned, become susceptible, receptive to God, source, divine energy, and its ability to flow to and through us. The moment that we become an open channel for that energy, for God's, intentions for us, God's will for us, obviously we become the most blessed version of ourselves first and foremost, because if you are embodying and open to the way that God created you in essence, then you are open to the purity of your light, right? And so with that being said, it's not about being like, God, please give me a car, please give me this apartment, blah, blah, blah. Those things are natural. I think God wants all the things that we want for us. But what's more is allowing, like that's, like I said, that divine source God energy, that divine energy to flow to and through us, and to constantly have that open channel so that every single thing that's happening feels aligned, so that we never feel like we're off track, so that we never feel like we're in a state where things are not going our way, because we will be totally receptive and open to the things that are, charting our path forward. For example, inspiration, right? If you have creative diverse endeavors that you wish to venture into, and you have, you want to be inspired, that is God source divine energy at its core. When you are truly inspired from an authentic space, that is divine energy. And when you are open to that divine energy and everything, that inspiration comes like that. That sense of passion comes just like that. And I was thinking about that this morning, and I had like this profound realization, like this is what it was all about, is because, I have spurts where I feel more, inspired than others, where I have more messages than others, where I feel more prompted to, really just indulge my passions and creative endeavors than others. And then I had been praying for the thing, like praying for success in my creative endeavors and stuff, rather than praying for, the ability to be in connection with divine energy so that it may flow through and to me, and so that I may continuously have an open channel. I want to be, open to, the beauty, the source energy of God, so that when I create, it's coming from that space, so that when I take action, it's coming from that space, so that when I follow inspiration, it's coming from that space, right? Whether it be just the inspiration to go and do something that's healthy for me, like sitting outside or taking a walk, or whether it be to do something creative. Now, this is such a bigger message than just like how to get what you truly want. It's not about that. It's literally about how you're going to create a fulfilling life. It's literally about how to make this existence more meaningful, how to make this existence work, like, you know, something that you feel that you can actually indulge and be a part of. And that literally happens through us deciding that, you know, we want to focus our intention on building that connection with God in that way, so that as a being on this earth, as a being of light, we are, what we are emanating is this energy of divine origin, of, you know, coming from our source, coming from God's origin, right? And I want to be very careful with my words here because I feel like this is a very big message. So sorry if I'm talking a little slower than normal. Y'all know I'd be talking fast most of the time. But yeah, it's so important to make that one of your life intentions. And once I kind of had that shift, that flip switch, I just feel like I don't know, that switch flipped. Which way was I supposed to say that? Anyway, I just felt like it all kind of made sense to me. Like the spaces that I would go to where I wasn't feeling as inspired, or where I felt like sluggish or whatever, I began to question, okay, then what's going on in those moments that I am literally not like in a space of allowing or being open to divine source God energy flowing to and through me? What's going on in those spaces? Because it really cracked the code for what's going on for me in those spaces when I'm like, I don't feel motivated to do this, I don't really feel like doing this, or, you know, when I'm feeling bored, or whatever energies those energies are quite literally a reflection of like, I'm not an open channel for divine energy to flow to and through me. Because even in the space of rest, there can be that divine influence there, right? Where you feel divinely inspired to rest, where you feel like God is asking you to rest and things like that. So that's not the energy that I'm talking about. I'm not saying that you need to be on go all the time. But if you are constantly, you know, working on cultivating that connection with God and that ability to receive kind of that divine energy into your life, then that can spread into the entirety of your life, where from the moment that you wake up, like there's an intention about your day as it relates to, you know, I am being receptive to God's energy, to divine energy, to the energy that's flowing through, that the creator of this world brought me here for, right? There can be that type of intention from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to sleep. And for me, yeah, like I said, I was really like starting to question, like, oh my God, what's going on? And a lot of the time it's because we are focused in the wrong places. It's because we're focused on the hustle and bustle. We're focused on all the little details about how am I going to get here? How am I going to get this? What am I, you know, what am I going to do? Rather than, if I allow divine energy, if I allow the, you know, God's source energy to flow to and through me, it will all happen. Like literally, and that is the key, that is the code. And I realized that, like, if I am receptive to this energy, if I'm open to this energy, I don't have to worry about how anything unfolds. I just have to be present for the process. I just have to be trusting that it's all happening for me. I just have to follow the inspiration as it comes. I just have to be in the right spaces at the right time, right? And that will, like I said, give your life more meaning, more purpose. You'll feel more fulfilled. You'll feel like life is actually something that you can navigate at that point, because you're not trying to like create things from, you know, just, you're not trying to create things from a space of hollowness, right? I think that all energy in space is hollow until God gives it that reinforcement, until God gives it that oomph, until God gives it that purpose and intention, right? And so I just really wanted to share that. You know, I'm really intrigued to see how I can continue to integrate this in my life, but I'm going to walk the path rather than in a way that I intend to allow God's energy, source energy, divine energy to flow to and through me, as opposed to wishing for these things to happen, wanting these things to happen, like having my day-to-day be about like what things can be accomplished or what energies can be evoked. Let's take that all out. Let's get down to the basics. I just want the divine energy to be able to flow to and through me so that I may be a vessel of whatever God's intentions may be. And with that being said, trust that God got you, especially if you are making it a point in your life to live out an existence that is in accordance with God's will, right? it can be special, and it will be special. But a lot of the time, it's just about getting and curating that mindset about how you navigate through life. So I really hope that you guys will be able to put this mindset into your like your little artillery, right? Like your put this mindset into your little spiritual toolbox, and that'll help you to navigate in a very special way going forward. Because I know that it's going to shift for me, and it also took a lot of pressure off of me of feeling like, let's go into the creativity example. It's like, I was wanting to put forth content and stuff like that, but it put so much pressure on me to be like, oh my god, I need to know exactly how, like, what I'm supposed to film and blah blah blah. You know what? No, I just want to allow divine God source energy to flow to and through me, so that I could just get out of the way, and then I can just show up. I can be present, and then when it wants to come, it comes through. And because a big problem with when we try to do it all on our own as well is that if we're so focused on like what we need to do, or like the task at hand or something like that, we can miss out on those moments of like, if you were allowing divine energy to flow to and through you, you would have had the full idea, the full picture of what was needed of you, as opposed to just trying to like come up with an idea to meet some intention. Rather, you would just be open to the energy that God needs from you at that time. So I really hope that this message resonated. I really hope that it provided you with something to think about. And I will see you guys next time. I'm going to continue filming, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube, TikTok, all that is Stacy the Intuitive. See you guys next time. Bye.